Most financial YouTube channels are lying to you, not in an obvious way, but in the way that really costs you, giving you advice that sounds good, feels motivating, and does absolutely nothing for your actual bank account. And the crazy part, most of the people giving you that advice have never run a business, never managed a real portfolio, never sat across from a client who just lost their retirement savings because they followed bad advice. They just found a camera and started talking. That stops here. Look, I'm not going to pretend I don't know what's out there. I've watched the videos. I've seen the guys in rented mansions telling you bullshit. I've seen the so-called financial advisors pushing whatever product their sponsor is paying them to push that week. Here's the thing, that content isn't designed to make you rich. It's designed to make them rich, off your clicks, off your attention, and sometimes off your wallet. Real wealth building requires you to understand your numbers, making smart, boring, consistent decisions, and having someone in your corner who actually knows what they're talking about. That's what was missing, and that's exactly why I built this channel. My name is Greg. I spent years working as an accountant, corporate accounting, small business accounting, and tax planning. I did it all, and what that job gave me wasn't just a paycheck. It gave me a front row seat to how money actually moves. I saw businesses making 7 figures and somehow going broke. I saw regular people, middle-class folks, quietly building serious wealth with no fancy strategy, just discipline and the right information. I saw the exact mistakes people make over and over again. And I kept thinking somebody needs to be telling people this stuff. Now, the accounting world is a lot of things. Exciting is not one of them. And after enough years of staring at spreadsheets for other people's dreams, I made a decision. I was going to go build my own. So I left, started my own ventures, made money, lost some money, learned a whole lot more than any accounting textbook ever taught me. And somewhere along the way, I realized that the gap between people who build real wealth and people who don't usually comes down to one thing: access to the right information, explained simply by someone who's actually been in the game. That's me, that's Greg. And that's what this channel is. Anyways, this video is for you to know what this channel is about and why sticking around here might be one of the better decisions you make this year. Moneypedia runs on 3 pillars: entrepreneurship, wealth building, and personal finance. And I know that sounds broad, so let me be specific about what that actually means. Entrepreneurship means we're talking about real business models, how to start, how to grow, mistakes to avoid, and how to know if an idea is worth your time before you dump your savings into it. Actual frameworks you can use. Wealth building means we're getting into investing, assets, passive income, and how to make your money work while you sleep. And I'm going to show you the actual math. Not vague percentages, real numbers, real timelines. Personal finance means we're covering the stuff that most people avoid because nobody ever taught them. Budgeting, that doesn't feel like punishment. Debt that's quietly killing your future. Credit, taxes, and how to stop leaving money on the table every single year. Now, who is this channel for? If you work hard and make decent money but feel like you should be further ahead than you are, this channel is for you. If you've ever thought about starting a business but didn't know where to begin, this channel is for you. If you're tired of vague advice and you want someone to actually break things down and show you the numbers, this channel is absolutely for you. Who is it not for? If you're looking for get-rich-quick schemes or someone to hype you up without substance, honestly, there are plenty of other channels for that. Moneypedia is not one of them. Here's what separates what I do from what most people out there are doing. Most financial content creators are either accountants who've never taken a real business risk in their lives, or entrepreneurs who are great at making money but can't explain the financial mechanics behind what they're doing. I'm both. And that combination is rarer than you'd think. When I look at a business model, I'm not just thinking about the opportunity, I'm thinking about the margins, the tax implications, the cash flow, the risk-adjusted return. I'm thinking about what the numbers actually say versus what the pitch deck wants you to believe. And I'm going to bring all of that to you. No sponsor is going to tell me to push a product I don't believe in. The only thing I'm optimizing for is whether you actually walk away knowing something useful. Now, I want to be upfront about something, because I think you deserve honesty from the jump. I'm a busy guy. I run real businesses. I manage real finances. And if I had to choose between sitting in front of a camera for 8 hours a week or actually staying in the game and keeping my knowledge sharp, I'm choosing the game every time. Because the moment I stop operating in the real world, the advice I give you stops being real. So here's what I decided to do. I built an AI version of myself to handle the video delivery side of things. And I know how that might sound, so let me be straight with you about what that means and what it doesn't mean. The knowledge is mine. The research is mine. The strategy, the frameworks, the examples, the math walkthroughs, all of that comes from me. Every single video is built on my actual experience and expertise. The AI version of me is just the messenger. Think of it like this. If I wrote a book, you wouldn't say the printing press watered down the content. The ideas are still mine. And here's the upside for you. Because I'm not burning time on production, I can put out more content more consistently at a higher level of quality than if I was doing everything manually. You're going to get more videos, better researched videos, and on a schedule you can actually count on. I'd rather be honest with you about this up front than have you find out later and feel like something was hidden. That's not how I operate. Transparency is part of the deal here. So here's a taste of what's coming on Moneypedia. And trust me, you're going to want to stick around for these. We're going to do a deep dive into business models that are actually working right now, not the ones that worked 5 years ago that people are still recycling. Real models, real numbers, real earning potential. We're going to talk about the investing strategies that quietly build serious wealth over time and why most people never hear about them because they're not exciting enough to go viral. We're going to break down the tax strategies that business owners and high earners use to legally keep more of what they make. Because the difference between someone who earns $200,000 and keeps $140,000 versus someone who keeps $95,000 is almost never income. And we're going to get into the wealth building mindset shifts that separate people who stay broke on a good salary from people who retire rich on an average one. Because this stuff is as much about how you think as what you do. Look, I'm not going to push you to subscribe. That's not my style. But I will tell you this. If you're the kind of person who takes their financial future seriously, if you're done with the noise and you want a channel that actually respects your intelligence, then subscribing to Moneypedia is genuinely one of the better decisions you're going to make this week. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming. And if you've got a friend who's trying to figure out the money side of their life, share this channel with them. Because good information is only useful if it actually reaches people who need it. We're just getting started here, and I promise you, if you stick around, you're going to learn things that most people spend years and a lot of money figuring out on their own. Thanks for watching till the end. See you in the next video.